Good morning, Naledi, and of course to the viewers. Yes, indeed, while the academic year started yesterday, learners of Lehurutshe have not gone to school as yet. 5 schools here in Valbedacht in Lehurutshe are still closed. You would remember that yesterday residents were up in arms demanding water provision, and I can tell you that the schools that are disrupted, there is Ngotwane Secondary School, Mseha Primary School, Babuseng Primary School, RB Tupi Primary School, and DP Moloto Special Schools. These are the schools, Naledi, that are to this point still closed, and of course internal roads barricaded as well. But I can tell you, as far as residents being on the roads protesting, it is not the case today. They are not on the road protesting. Situation a bit calm, but of course we see a high police contingency as they are monitoring the situation. My colleague Tumelo Setlhabetsi will just pen over to just show you that when we drove around Lehurutshe, just different points of roads here, we saw police still monitoring the situation, and of course we also see traffic police just on the N4S. Of course, we see the national road being one of the economic roads leading to Botswana. But the situation at the moment, Naledi, as far as residents are concerned, they say they demand water, saying that the provision of water has really regressed in the past few years. They've been without water since November, and in actual fact, when the provincial government came here intervening, they had promised them that in 7 days they will be having water, but this actually is not the case. But to just talk more about the alleged failure of government as far as keeping their promises is concerned, I have with me Ulifile Dimpe, who is the former task team member. You would know that the provincial government had the task team as well as the technical team sent here to Lehurutshe, but at this point the picture is still the same, no water at all. Thank you so much, Ulifile. First of all, let us just talk about the task team. It was formed in November. Give us the purpose of this task team. What were the roles that you had to ensure that they are met there?
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. The task team was formed to try and alleviate the problem of water shortage in Lehurutshe, working together with the Premier's office, so that we establish what the problems are, what the causes are, and we recommend solutions to be applied in order to make things better here. But unfortunately, it did not work. In fact, to be more correct, it was not premature, it was a stillborn, because when it started, it died immediately. I was a member of the working group within the task team to concentrate particularly on the problems on the memorandum and the solution that can be accomplished. But when we have done our best as the water working group, then we tried to communicate with the Premier's office, Mr. Smarts, who was the convener of the task team. He did not reply. We phoned many a times. He did not reply. We even phoned the Premier's office. They couldn't get him also on us. So he never came up. So that is how our task team died. Yeah. Before it was born. And
what was the diagnosis and of course recommendations as far as water problems are concerned here? The recommendations that you made and observations you had made prior to writing down those recommendations.
Right. What we observed, our observations as the water working group, was that the main cause of the problem was not the water shortage in the Lehurutshe area. The problem was the sub-region here, working employees. They failed to manage and they failed to maintain the infrastructure. You see, for example, at one borehole, the fan belt of the engine fell regularly. They go there, they put it on again, when they leave it falls, just like that. And they did not care because they did not want to see what is the cause. And in all areas where they operate in Lehurutshe, they were the problem. Yeah.
And the recommendation?
Our recommendations was that a better staff, preferably from our area here, Lehurutshe, be assigned to do that duty. Because they send in the contractors know nothing. They dig, more boreholes, fit in the pipes, but at the end, we still don't get water. And even Mr. Sunwedi confirmed yesterday, because he went to the area where the pumps are, where the contractor worked. He confirmed that that was nonsense. They did what is not
because of time, we will still engage more on that, but of course that is Ulifile Dimpe, who's the former task team member here in Lehurutshe, that was sent by the Premier's office to the area to solve the issue of water, but he is confirming there that the task team collapsed, and we see this protest also impacting on learners who were supposed to start their academic year yesterday. Schools still closed to this point, and of course the Department of Education condemned the protest that blocked learners from going to school, but it is still the same canvas, Naledi, this day. We will of course monitor the situation as far as the academic year finally starting for the learners here in Lehurutshe. For now, back to you in studio.
Yeah, Tebogo, I just want to squeeze one more in. Yesterday, as we saw those protests unfolding there in Zeerust and Lehurutshe, what we were able to see was the ward councillor coming to speak to community members, promising water. Has she come back?
Not at all, Naledi. They still do not have water. What the councillor was talking about has not materialized at this point. And in actual fact, when residents were responding to what she was saying yesterday, they were saying that in actual fact they do not hear her at all, because it's been months. They were told the same stories just last month. Those are their words, saying they want water. They listen to the councillor, but we understand that there is a representative from the Department of Cooperative Governance coming to Lehurutshe. Of course, we will hear how those engagements goes, but as far as the councillor telling them that there are challenges as far as the reservoir levels are concerned, they are saying it's been too long. They've been hearing the same narrative, same anecdotes. They want water. That's all they are saying, Naledi.